If you don't like our first 3 picks, the last pick is the omnipotent pick.
It's already
i.e. Tebow time.
It never fails.
Tebow is omnipotent.
The pick I have the Lions minus 1.5 over Oakland. He doesn't like it. I love it. You got to look at the scenario. Oakland sucks. Lions, they're fighting for a playoff spot. I mean, 1.5 spread, that's might as well be straight up. And since the Raiders have gotten Tebowed, they've won at Minnesota, where everyone wins. They beat the Chargers, which is a division rival. Division rivals, those games are always unpredictable. Look at the Giants, Redskins, any of those. And they beat the Bears. And their 2 games after that, they got blown out by Miami and Green Bay. So
exactly,
there's no promising.
No, they got blown out in those 2 games on the road, and it's so funny that you actually. It's so funny you actually picked.
Since they got Tebow.
No, I'm saying it's actually funny that you picked that game because of our relationship. It's just like that's the game. Like I didn't want anything to do with.
Oh, I think that's a. See, I think
because first of all,
those are the kind of games I'm good at picking.
No, but see, the 1-point line, it's just a pick 'em. You have absolutely no flexibility whatsoever.
You don't need it because lines are going.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the Lions would have to in order to lose.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is I'd rather be minus 1.5 than be minus 3.5.
I don't think the Lions can go across the country in California and beat the Raiders, who, I think this line is overreacting to the Raiders being blown out because the general public will be like, oh, it's the Raiders, they suck. I'm going to do Packers minus 13.5. I mean...
13, mine was 14.5.
Huh. But 13.5, I think, especially at 13.5, I mean, how is this game not 31-10?
Yeah.
34-10, 41-10.
No, that was one of the games I was considering as well.
28-0, 31-0.
The only thing is, I don't know the weather conditions. Are they poor? Are they?
I don't think it matters. It's the Packers.
All right. Second quarter pick. I have the Saints, Minnesota over 51 points. I mean, the Vikings have averaged 33 points a game they're giving up in their last 5. If that's the case, Vikings can score 18 points, and we cover that spread. I think it's going to be 34-24 Saints. The only X factor I have is, well, actually, this is...
Peterson's back.
Peterson's back. Vikings offense is going to be, better.
Webb's
more dangerous. It's going to be hard for the Saints defense to cope with him. He's got a little bit of the Tebow factor.
And that's why I think playing the over is a safer bet here than picking either one of these teams.
Yeah. I originally was going to pick the Saints, but 7's not a good spread.
No, it's not a good spread, especially since, and I was talking to you earlier about this, I think the Vikings will cover that spread, and I think, if you really want to make, some money maybe this weekend, the plus 265 money line, this is the type of game where, the Saints play poorly on the road. They play poorly on the road all season. They barely beat the Jags on the road. They lost to the Rams on the road. It doesn't even matter how shitty of a team you are. When the Saints play on the road, the Saints aren't the same Saints as they play in the Superdome.
True.
The Colts, plus 6.5. Over the Titans. The Colts are at home. They've been looking better the past 2 weeks. This will be Orlovsky's third start. Who they play the last 2 weeks?
If it was Painter, I would agree.
And who have they played the last 2 weeks? The Patriots and the Ravens. Now they're playing the Titans.
Yeah.
The Colts don't want to go 1-16. They can win this game, still get Andrew Luck.
Everyone's saying if the Colts are going to win a game, this is the game they're going to win.
No, yeah, and I think 6.5 too is overinflated simply because of the fact the Colts, to the general public, are the worst worst team in the NFL. And this is the biggest thing too. Hasselbeck is out. They might have their third stringer in, who is rusty something. And he played horrible in the one game he played last year.
Sorry.
Alright, I'll start with my third quarter pick. It's gonna be the Rams plus 6.5
Worst
against the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Bengals. Dude, the Rams are at home, right? They played probably the worst game of the season last week. I think this is an overreaction to that. The Bengals, if anybody's been playing extremely poorly, it's been the Bengals. And so you're talking about, again, this line, it has to be overinflated. You're saying the Bengals are going to go on the road and beat the Rams by a touchdown. I mean, the Rams have beaten the Saints, but a touchdown, Bengals may win this game, but again, it cannot be by more than a field goal. I'll say the Rams, pull this out, possibly by a touchdown, swing at 14 points.
Yeah.
So that'll be my third pick. Will be the Rams Bengals.
My third quarter pick is, may agree or not, Washington plus 7 at the Giants. Everyone hates Washington, but Grossman's actually playing really well. Their offense is doing a lot. Giants are coming off a huge victory. Redskins would love nothing more than to beat the Giants, I'm sure. And like I said, I mean, Redskins have been playing, pretty well their last few weeks. They've been losing.
I like that.
Their division games, the Redskins haven't lost by more than I believe it's 6 points, 6 or 7 points in all their division games, and they've won. One of them went to overtime with the Cowboys. What time is it?
Tebow time!
Woohoo! Why is it Tebow time? What happens when it's Tebow time?
Picks get made right.
Because it's already happened. There's no stopping it.
And if anybody knows about Tebow time, it's me.
Did you pick that too?
Well, because it happened already.
No, that's my surefire fourth quarter bet. Tebow time as well.
I mean, when I saw the game, it was, 17-13. And that was as high as it got. Because I watched it a couple times.
No one's going to score in this game. There's going to be either a punt return by Hester for a touchdown or Urlacher interception run back for a touchdown, and that's going to be the only touchdown of the game. Maybe a late score by Seattle. I actually see Bears pulling out the victory at home.
But not by more than 3.
No, there's not going to be a lot of points.
It's going to be very similar to last week's game, except, of course, the Seahawks had no Tim Tebow.
If you take away Seattle's points on the road, or if you take away the fourth quarter of the Giants game that Seattle played, Seattle averages 12 points a game in their 6 road games. So you got to figure, okay, they're going to
cut that in half because they're playing arguably the best defense in the NFL.
There's no way they score 20, and there's no way the Bears score more than 14.
It's possible.
Right there, that's 34.
It's possible.
No way.
That Lynch breaks off a long run, maybe for a touchdown.
Well, like I said, there's no way Seattle scores 20 points. There's no way the Bears.
No, there's no way Seattle scores more than one fluke touchdown.
Yeah.
So unless you would think that the Seahawks drive on the Bears all game long, which they're not going to do, and just kick field goals all day, which they didn't do. They didn't do that. You'll see maybe a defensive score for the Bears. One offensive score, maybe 2 field goals. This game is going to be, I think, 20 to 10. And this game is not going to approach more than 30 points, whether it's 17-13, 20-10. It's going to be under 30. So if this game was at 31.5, I would have taken it. And this is giving you 4 extra points, giving you an extra field goal.
And the reason the Bears' defense is good, this is a fact. They've given up, their last 3 games, they've given up 3 touchdowns, a Michael Bush touchdown, a Tebow time touchdown, and a Hail Mary for a touchdown. 2 of those are immaculate.
Well, all of them are miracles.